The Priority Drive is a newer feature in Google Drive, and basically what it will do is allow you to create workspaces for things you need to access quickly. And it creates a menu of shortcuts so that you can access those files quickly without having to go into your Drive and find them. They'll be in one spot for you. And so I have my Priority Drive set up as my homepage for Google so that when I go into Google, this is the first thing that shows up because these are the documents that I use every day. And so it's just easier for me to find them. To do that, to set that up as your homepage for Google Drive, you would go up to the little gear and you would click Settings and scroll all the way down, and there's an option that says make priority my default homepage. If you check that, then when you log on to Drive, this is the first page that will come up. If not, you'll still be able to access it by just going over and clicking in the top left priority, and it will bring you to this page. So you'll see that the Priority Drive has workspaces that you can create. And so those workspaces can be whatever works for you. So for example, for me, I have one for the schools I work for in Demorest. I have one for our universal screener because I'm working on that a lot. I have one for the curriculum center. I have one for observations and one for workshops that I'm working on. Those you can add and delete them very easily. So you can create a workspace by just going here, and I'm going to write my workspace is going to be Martin Luther King PD because that's something that I have that I work on a lot. So I'm going to hit create, and when it's created, you're going to get this first screen. So you can have up to 25 files in each workspace. So I'm going to start by adding files here. So I'm going to click add files. And then you can search your drive. You can go to my drive, shared drives. I'm going to go to recent because that's where I was working on things before. So I'm going to click what I want to add and hit insert. And then you'll see that it shows up right there. And you can keep adding files from this screen. However, you may need to add files after you create your workspace, which you can also do as well. And so when I click done and I go down and I see Martin Luther King Day, there is my workspace and the file that I put in there. Now it's important to understand that this didn't move that file out of its original folder. If I go into my Martin Luther King Day folder that's in a different folder in my drive, this file will still be there. This just sort of creates a shortcut so I don't have to go hunting for it every time I want to work on it. If I'm done with it, if I'm done with a file, so for example, I might be done with this file. I already taught this workshop. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to click these three dots. I'm going to remove from workspace. Now it only removes it from the workspace. It does not remove it from your drive. It's still in the original folder that I had it in. You can also add things to your drive after you've created the workspace. So if I go into my drive, and I'm going to go into the home folder I have for Martin Luther King Day, and maybe this is something that I also am going to be working on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this file one time. So just so it's selected, I'm not going to open it. Then I'm going to go up to these three dots, and I'm going to go to add to workspace, and then it will list all the workspaces I have, and I will just add it to the workspace that I need it in. And again, you'll see that it didn't move from here. It's in its original folder. But now when I open up my Priority Drive, I can find it very easily and access it quickly.